I spent $1,000 on all these custom-made pieces in Vietnam. Was it worth it?
Vietnam has quietly become Asia's most exciting fashion destinations, not just for shopping, but for custom-made fashion. Tailoring is a huge part of our culture here, from traditional áo dài to modern bespoke pieces. Vietnam has decades of craftsmanship behind every stitch. Now, most people would think of Hoi An for tailor-made clothing, but did you know there's a whole tailoring scene right here in Ho Chi Minh City? You just need to know where to go so you don't fall for tourist traps. This video was highly requested after I posted my custom-made clothing in Hoi An. So many of you guys asked me to do one for Saigon. So today I'm heading to two tailors that I found after lots of research. They're both local gems, not touristy, and they're affordable. Our first stop is Phuong, a well-known Saigon tailor with over 40 years experience. The shop has a wide variety of fabric selections from cotton, silk, satin, linen, jersey, spandex. You can even bring your own material and they'll bring your Pinterest dreams to life. I met with Jitan for my design consultation and showed her the 4 pieces I wanted to create. First is a long dress inspired by AIM Studio. This is a one-shoulder body-hugging dress with a removable scarf that can be styled multiple ways. I think this design is super flattering and a little bit extra. Perfect because I'm going to a wedding later this year. Design number 2 is a classic black midi dress. I found this one on Pinterest. It's a timeless black dress with a boat neck. It's got a low scoop back, a fitted bodice, and pleats on the skirt. The next design is inspired by this white dress. I've been looking for a summery button-up dress like this for a while, but I have this idea. Instead of making it a dress, I wanted to split it into 2 pieces, so a top and a skirt, so that I can wear it separately. Also, I asked if we can make fake buttons and change it for a zip at the back because real buttons always gape on me. Next is this silky satiny set. It's got a halter neck top with an asymmetric hemline. It's paired with wide-legged pants. I think these sets are very in at the moment. It's giving like quiet luxury holiday vibes. Now, I did my consultation in Vietnamese, but this place does speak English as well, so don't worry. But I must say, Jitan did compliment me on my Vietnamese.
Giống giống người Việt không có bị lỡ. Cảm ơn. Em học trên app á.
That's right, the app I've been using is Rosetta Stone and it's taken my Vietnamese to the next level. And guys, the timing couldn't be better because Rosetta Stone just dropped their lowest deal of the year just for the holidays. We're talking about $99 for a lifetime access to any single language or over 60% off all 25 languages at $149. Can I just say, since becoming a mom, free time is just so rare for me. So what I love about Rosetta Stone is that they keep the lessons short, just 5 to 10 minutes. I could literally squeeze it in when Desmond goes down for a nap. And what's different about Rosetta Stone is that it doesn't translate anything into English. It's completely immersive and weirdly it helps everything click because your brain starts to pick up the patterns naturally. Sometimes I do lessons with Lila and she repeats the word
mùa đông, mùa xuân.
So it's become our little bonding session. Speaking of bonding, this is the perfect gift for yourself or someone you love. You can schedule it to arrive in their inbox on Christmas Day, so you don't have to worry about shipping or last minute tracking anxiety. The limited time holiday deal ends soon, so if you've been waiting for a sign, this is it. I'll leave the link in my description box below. There's also a give as gift option at the bottom.
Afterwards, we went upstairs to choose fabrics.
For the dress, she advised me to just go with the same jersey stretchy fabric as the picture if I really wanted that body skimming effect. We could make it in a silk or satin, but it won't give that body hugging look. Also, I wanted to make the scarf in a lighter material like a chiffon, something a little bit sheer to give it that different elegant vibe. I ended up choosing these 2 red fabrics. For the black dress, I asked for a wrinkle resistant cotton blend that still holds its shape, because if I went with something 100% cotton, that for sure I will need to steam, iron, it would wrinkle a lot more easily. Next is the white set. She recommended a high quality linen for this one to give me that effortless summer vibe. Also, linen is pretty easy to look after, but I will need to steam it slightly. It's not going to be wrinkle resistant. For the satin silk set, I went with a pale yellow color. I don't have anything this color in my wardrobe, and so I wanted to go a different direction and try something different. After choosing all the fabrics, Jitan calculated the prices. The total was 8.6 million VND for all 4 outfits, which was actually 6 pieces in total. I will break down each one later for you guys. Then came the measurements. She took measurements based on each piece, and a few days later I came back for my first fitting. Now if you guys are visiting Saigon, they can actually do a 24-hour turnaround, but since I live here, there wasn't a rush. During the first fitting, I tried on each piece and they marked out the adjustments as needed. It wasn't anything too drastic. It was more like changing the length of some things or cutting the pockets, bringing the bodice in a little bit. Nothing too major. Then I came back the next day for my final fitting and then picked up my items.
Now, if you guys are planning a trip to Vietnam and you want to skip the tourist traps, definitely check out my Vietnam beauty guide. I made this guide after moving to Vietnam and my DMs blowing up with questions about where should I go for hair, nails, recommendations in Vietnam. So I put that all in my Vietnam beauty guide. Right now, there's over 40 tried and tested spots for beauty, fashion, tailors, even photo studios. Did I mention the exclusive discounts you won't find on Google? Since I launched the guide a few months ago, I've been adding little bonuses to it. So if you buy the guide, you'll also get my cafe guide, and if you have kids, a family-friendly guide filled with fun places to take your little ones. Basically, this is going to save you lots of time and money. So if you're interested in grabbing the guide, I'll link it below. Support your girly.
This is the red dress with the scarf. What do we think? I think this turned out really well. It's pretty much like a copy of the AIM studio dress reference that I showed them. It has this scarf that can be worn multiple ways. I can just have it straight down like this, over the neck. I could have it over the shoulder. So basically a very versatile dress. Also at the back, we added in the tie. So if I really wanted to cinch myself in even more, I could do that. Initially, I wanted this scarf to be like a sheer lighter fabric, and so I chose a red shade as close to the actual dress as possible. But when we went for the first fitting and I tried it on, the color was just off. So I decided to just get it made in the same fabric as the dress. Also in the first fitting, they didn't really get the shoulder part perfect. It was a bit too low, so I got them to bring it up, and then the loop didn't go all the way, and so I got them to change that. But everything else, they pretty much nailed first go. Now you ready for the price? This dress set me back $90. I think that's a complete steal, guys, for a custom made dress with a versatile scarf. I'm definitely gonna wear this to a wedding. I'll be a wedding guest. Here is the classic black dress. I'm feeling a little bit like Audrey Hepburn right now. Like, it's such a nice silhouette. I love the boat neckline and the scoop back details. It's super comfy, guys. Like, I've got room to eat, but it still hugs the body where it's needed. And the bodice, it's a little bit more fitted up here. And then when it gets to the sides, they added it in pleats, so it kind of juts out and gives me more shape. Also, we added in pockets, and they're like deep pockets too. It's fully lined, so there's an extra layer, and the material I chose was a wrinkle-free material. If I went with like 100% cotton, it would have a different look, but that wrinkles a lot. So we went with this cotton blend. And guys, do you want to know the price? This is $78, which is a complete steal for the quality and the craftsmanship. Honestly, I don't think I can find a retail version of this dress in this quality for that price. Oh, by the way, I'm not even wearing a bra, so free the girls. Here's the white dress, which is actually a 2-piece set. I love, 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 love how this turned out. We ended up going with a high quality white linen. Initially, I thought, oh, linen, I have to like steam it and there's a little bit more, you know, extra care required, but actually I don't need it to be completely wrinkle free, because linen, you're supposed to have some of those lines. It's supposed to look a little bit more natural anyway. And you know what, once on, I really like it. It looks like a summer dress. Again, a timeless design. With the design I showed her, it had pretty much like this neckline that can almost be like a halter neck. So I could have chose to have it like backless and then just clip at the back here and make it a halter neck style. But then she also told me that I could make it like this, like closed. And I was like, you know what? I think I would probably wear this style more, but it still gives me that sort of like halter neck look from the front. Also, I've been searching for one of these like summery button up dresses for a while, but every time I see one and I try it on, my girls, I don't know, like it doesn't fit right. And when I button it, the gaps show through, if you know what I mean. So when we were designing this, I asked her if we could just do faux buttons and just do a zip at the back so I don't have this like gaping hole issue. She was totally cool with that and she understood my vision. And then also I decided, hey, let's not make it a dress, let's make it a two-piece. So then it's more versatile. I can wear the pieces alone, so I can wear the top maybe with jeans or like another top with the white skirt, something a little bit more versatile and timeless. For the first fitting, we didn't have to change too much with this. The top just needed to be tightened a little bit and then the skirt just needed to be brought in a little bit, and it's perfect. Did I mention we added pockets? Because that's an important detail. Now, this was my most expensive set at $112, but I did get it made into two pieces in high quality linen, completely lined. So yeah, I'm not mad. I think this is pretty good. The tailor did tell me that she makes her clothes with the same type of linen and it's lasted her like over 10 years. So I'm hoping I get that much wear out of this. Out of everything I made, this is the most comfortable outfit ever. It feels like I'm wearing luxe pajamas. Like, what? Now, the first fitting, this wasn't perfect. The neckline was a little bit too high, a little bit too tight, kind of like choking me vibes, but they were able to loosen it and then fit it so it kind of drapes nicely like this. We also adjusted the armpit hole because it was a little bit too tight and I wanted it a little bit wider in case I get sweaty. I don't want sweat patches. Also, the pockets. I can't believe I was complaining about pockets, but they were too deep. Like you could see the pocket lining under, and because this is kind of sheer, it was pretty obvious. And so I told her to shorten and cut the pockets, and so that when the top drapes over it, you can't see the pocket lining anymore. I feel like that makes it look a little bit more expensive. For the pants, I asked them to have an elastic part at the back so then I can have room to grow because, you know, some days I'm a little bit more bloated. Overall, I'm really happy with how this turned out. The inspiration photo, they had it in white, but I felt like I need some color in my wardrobe, and this pale yellow, it's just giving me life. It's something different, and I feel like these trending silky satiny sets are very in at the moment. Now, this set may look expensive, but it was the cheapest out of everything. The top and pants together, they were $62. Is that not a steal? All up for the 4 outfits, I paid $344. Not bad considering the quality and everything was custom made to my body.
Now let's head to the next tailor.
Thank you, come on. It's time for lunch. We need to fuel up. We're at Ben Thanh and there's lots of food options here. This is pennyworth with coconut. Healthy. So the next tailor is actually in Ben Thanh. Alfred's going to go for his fitting and consultation. Now, if you guys are planning to come to Ben Thanh, be prepared to be heckled.
Everyone.
They just need to make a living and they will approach you. That if you walk past, they will talk to you.
What are you looking for? We have a fresh fruit here.
Yeah.
Vietnamese tropical fruit and coffee.
It's the norm here.
Normal.
It's the way
it's not
here.
rude if you just keep walking.
Yeah, you can just kindly say no, you know, and they'll leave you alone. But I guess like that is one of the things that even I feel a little bit uncomfortable. And we're just like, no thanks, just walk through really quickly. Just be prepared. I'm getting a bunted noong today. So here they sell lots of different stuff. You can find dried goods, you can find souvenirs, bags, watches, food, jewelry, basically whatever your heart desires. Shoes? There's shoes. Did I mention shoes? Problem is, how do we find our tailor? There's so many shops in here. All we have is his card. We have to figure out how to find his shop. Next up is Muoi Tailor, a tiny but reputable suit shop inside Ben Thanh Market. This shop is super small and honestly, I think I would have easily walked past here without noticing it. But this place was recommended by a friend who's been making his suits here for over 10 years. My husband Alfred wants to make a couple suits for a wedding and event we've got got coming up, so it's a perfect time to try out this tailor. What are you thinking of making?
Double-breasted or single-breast? I never get double-breasted. Double-breast. I'm leaning towards double-breast, but I feel like...
I mean, I have double breasts, and I think that's the way to go, right?
Double breast is definitely better than single breast.
I think so, confirmed. This shop may be tiny, but they have a surprising amount of fabrics and colors to choose from. This is the tailor Sin. He has over 16 years of experience and he makes suits for customers all over the world. Many of his customers are overseas and actually don't have to come to his shop directly. They just send him the measurements, he makes it and sends it off. So if you guys are looking for a tailor that can do worldwide shipping, definitely consider this place. A custom men's suit here ranges from about 3 to 3.5 million dong, depending on the fabrics and finish you choose. Alfred said that that is a complete steal. He ended up getting 2 suits made and some shirts. Now, if it's your first time getting anything custom made, my advice is to bring lots of photos of what you want, because when you customize something, there's so many elements that you can tweak and choose. If you have photo references, it will just make things a lot easier. Also, you can always ask the tailor for fabric suggestions. For me, I am no fabric fashion guru, so I just always ask them like what they recommend or what's the easiest to take care of.
They can also make women's clothes here, so I decided to pick out 2 sets to tailor. First is this designer tweed set by Sol Lee. I really like the look of this, especially the vest, because it's got a mandarin collar. The set does look good with pants, but I want something that I can wear in summer because I live somewhere that's hot and humid all year round. So I asked if we can swap the pants for a skirt. The second set was this strapless tailored set. For the design, I was having trouble picking the color of the fabric. Initially, I thought navy or black, but it kind of ended up looking too corporate for me and I don't think I'll get a lot of wear out of that. I wasn't vibing with the nude, so I decided to opt for white. This tailor can make suits in one day, but because of my tweed set and the intricate buttons, it will take a little longer, so about 3 to 4 days. So if you guys are planning a trip and you want to get some custom clothes made, don't leave it to the last minute in case the design you want is a little bit more tricky and intricate. You want to allow a few days, so go at the start of your trip.
Now, what's really good about this place is for the first fitting, the tailor actually can come to you. So if you're at a hotel, or for us, we were at home, he came to our place and brought everything with him. So Alfred and I tried our sets on. There were some minor tweaks that we wanted to do, and all those changes only took 1 day. Ladies and gentlemen, we are presenting the model Alfred Tran. Dun, 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 dun. Guys, Alfred has been wearing suits for 15 years and for 7 or 8 years I have not seen him in a suit because he's been working with me, but oh my gosh.
When we first met, I was wearing a suit, right?
Yes, this is giving me some flashbacks right now.
His suit number 1, I got it double-breasted in navy, double split, 6 buttons and thick lapels. For the pants, I didn't want to wear a belt, so I opted for side adjusters. It's a pretty standard suit. This is the first time with a double-breasted suit, so it feels a bit fancier. I feel like a boss right now, but I think it looks good. When it was ready for the first try, I felt like the lapels were a little bit skinny and I liked them really wide. So I asked him to change it and he added 1 cm on each side, and I think it makes a massive difference.
Alfred looks super jazzy and smart in my opinion, and I don't think anyone could guess the price of this suit. Alfred, please tell us.
$132.
What? Is that not a steal? Like, oh my god. The shirt, guys?
The shirt is $36, which again is a bargain for like a tailor-made shirt that fits your body exactly. Yeah, I mean, this material is very comfortable. It feels quite soft on the body, which I really like.
And can we talk about the lining for a sec? It's got some fancy schmancy lining. I know that's just like an extra detail, but yeah, like even inside the suits, it looks good.
Pretty sure if you wanted to, you can have your choice of lining, but I tend to not really care about what the lining looks like, so he just picked one himself, but I think it looks pretty good.
Alfred, in suit number 2, you match with our decor. Very like earthy, neutral. You are part of the furniture now. Okay,
Guys, my only critique is Alfred does not have the right shoes for this suit. He needs like a pair of dark brown leather shoes, but let's not notice that for a sec. Let's notice the amazing fit of this suit. Wow. At first, when he was suggesting brown, like different browns, some were screaming grandpa, but this one is like dapper. You look so good in this. And it's a little bit textured as well, so it's not super like formal and classic. I can just picture you wearing maybe like the suit jacket on its own. And even if you had like a pink shirt underneath, I think that could go. But what do I know? I know nothing about men's clothing. So this one is different to the double-breasted. This is what do they call it? Single-breasted. So just 2 buttons. The pants, you got the adjusters as well. Alfred's just a lazy guy, doesn't want to wear a belt. Yeah, let me do the sit test. Yes, do the cross the legs. Wow. Yes, have some tea. Yes. No seams are popping, guys. It's a good sign. Alfred also got some casual shirts made in different prints. These were $36 each, which is a bargain for men's shirts. So this is the Mandarin tweed set that I got made. It's inspired by the designer Sol Lee. The inspiration image had a matching pants, but I wanted to change it to a mini skirt, and this is what it looks like. I really like how this one turned out, and I'm so glad I picked the cream color over the pink tweed because I did have a pink available, but when she draped it over me, I just felt like cream was a lot more wearable and classic. The main feature with the top is the Mandarin collar plus the buttons. They're actually hand woven, and these took 3 days to make. Usually at this tailor, they can turn around a suit in as little time as a day, but because I chose this design with the buttons, it took an extra 3-4 days to make because these buttons are very specific and they need to be handmade, so they need to find a skilled person. Now with tweed sets, they're usually a little bit itchy to wear, but not this one because it's fully lined, and plus I can wear it for all seasons because usually when I think of tweed, I just think winter, but because this is lined and the design, I feel like it's perfect throughout summer as well. Now I did have a little hiccup with this. The skirt was the issue. When I asked them to switch the pant design to a skirt, I didn't really specify what type of skirt. I just assumed because I was wearing a skirt that day that was an A-line fit. They ended up making me a mini pencil skirt, which was a lot tighter, and it was a little bit uncomfortable. Like it was too tight, and so I asked if they can change it, and thankfully the tailor had included like more material just to have some allowance for changes, and he was able to get the skirt a little bit more A-line looking, so we're left with this one. I also asked him to make it a little bit longer at the back, just because usually with mini skirts I lose a bit of length because of the butt. Not that I have a big booty, but you know, I need some extra coverage. Also, there are shorts inside and pockets. I needed pockets because the top, these are just faux pockets. If we added actual pockets here, it would add bulk, and then again, like tweed is already a little bit bulky, so if I had pockets here, it'd be too bulky, so we decided to opt for faux pockets. Now this set was more expensive than Alfred's suit. This cost $140, but considering it's a tweed custom set, I think it's pretty reasonable, but it's a lot cheaper than the designer's one. Her vest alone was $350. So yeah, I guess this one is a bargain, and hopefully it will live in my wardrobe for a long time. I think it's a classic style that I can wear over and over again. When I first tried this set on, I felt like, it's a little bit sheer. I feel like it needs lining or something underneath, and I think that's like a common issue when it comes to white material. It can be a little bit see-through. So I think that's the issue. That's my little like pet peeve. I wish I got lining with this set. Like the top, I really like the top. I usually struggle finding strapless like boob tube style tops that fit right, and so that's why I wanted to get this design tailor made. So it fits nicely, but I feel like I could probably do with another layer of lining underneath. It's not so obvious at the top, but the pants I can tell from the back. Like I'm wearing like nude-ish underwear, but just like a darker nude, but you can kind of see them peeking through. Like I need to find a pair of undies that fit like my skin completely. Also the pockets at the front as well, you can see the pocket lining, so I feel like I just needed that extra
layer. But when I did tell the tailor, he said, no, that's the style of it, and like that it looked okay without lining. If I added lining, it would add like that thickness and heaviness to the material, especially with this one, which is valid. But in hindsight, I think I shouldn't have gone with white. I do like that I could wear the pieces separately, so there's versatility there. But this set wasn't like the cheapest out of everything I got. It was $112. For this specific tailor, I think he is like a master with suits and menswear. When it comes to women's wear, I do prefer the other tailor. There was a lot more options. They do a lot more female customers, and so I feel like they're better with female wear. But with suits, this guy is probably the go-to master for the price range.
Overall, I'm really happy with the pieces. I basically have a new wardrobe custom fit to my body. Now, if you guys want to check out my other fashion videos, there's a whole playlist, and if you're new here, what are you waiting for? Click subscribe. I'll speak to you guys next time. Bye.